Hey my gators, so I just pulled the ham out of the oven. Let's take a look at how those lines look. This is part 2. We're going to make a glaze for our ham, so let's get into it. But let's see how this baby looks. Boom. This one side, and this is the other side. Guys, literally, you do not have to put seasoning on your ham. Some people overkill. The glaze is about to do the thing on this, so I'm about to make a glaze. So we're gonna move this off of the stove, get my saucepan ready, and we about to make a honey brown sugar glaze. Let's get into it. Let's get the stove on. We want a medium heat. Get you a saucepan. Put that bad boy on. First, you're gonna add about a little less than a half a stick of butter. We want this to become brown butter, so you're gonna let it basically cook until it turns brown. So let's get on in that pot. Yeah, we're gonna let it cook until it turns brown, and I'll be back once it melts. Now this is all the stuff you're gonna need. Now I usually do a Dr. Pepper glaze, but we ain't get no Dr. Pepper, so this is my basic glaze. My Dr. Pepper glaze is the truth. Maybe the next time I do a ham, I will share them and cut down a little bit. You want brown butter, but you don't want burnt butter. So we're gonna cut that down just a tad bit. All right. And hopefully these little videos will help you for the next holidays like Christmas and New Year's and stuff like that. So we got honey, some allspice, some cinnamon, and some Dijon mustard, and we have some brown sugar. So once this completely melts, we're gonna start adding everything. It's just that quick and make this glaze. Make sure you have you don't really have the base ham. Ham has its own flavor. You literally just want it to be on the outside, that nice thick glaze on the outside. So yeah, this is almost done, and I'll be right back when it melts completely. All right, it's time. So I don't really measure, but I would say about a half a cup of brown sugar. It's kind of like at your discretion of how you want it to taste. So about a half a cup of brown sugar, and we're gonna do, we're gonna do about, I would say this is gonna be about 2 tablespoons of honey. We're gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. All right, and we're gonna add some cinnamon. I love cinnamon, so I just kind of go wild with the cinnamon. I would say a teaspoon or so of cinnamon. Okay, get in there. And about a nice tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And that is going to create the glaze. So let's get this stirred up. You want this to be thick. You don't want it to be too thin, because you want this to glaze the actual ham. And when this is done, you will know, because the actual granules of sugar will have melted. So I'm gonna let that go and start to bubble, and then we're just gonna put this on our ham, guys. Quick and easy glaze. I promise you, you're gonna love it, love it, love it. When you try it, let me know in the comments how you guys liked it. Promise you, you'll continue doing this. So we're just gonna let that do its thing. Be right back. You want to continuously stir, because this kind of like creates a caramel, and it's not going to become like thinner. It's going to get thicker, but you still don't want the granules. That's what you want to wait till that melts. This is the beginning of some good caramel sauce for a pound cake, and also to make homemade caramel candies, but without allspice and Dijon mustard. And this is how I make my caramel sauce for my coffee. Like, this is sort of the process. All right, we are good. I don't feel any granules or anything. Let's get this on our ham. And make sure y'all see this up close. Nice and creamy and thick, where it will coat the ham. Now, I'm going to remove some of this. You don't need all that juice in here with the ham. So I'm going to remove some of this and then come back. So I put the broth to the side. You can actually freeze that and utilize that in cubes for flavoring food. So that's another tip. You could take that broth, and I'll do another video and tell you exactly how to do it. So let's get into this ham, and let's glaze this bad boy. I got my basting brush, and I want to get this all in the crevices, okay? We want this all in the crevices, okay? That's why you cut it Now I might put a little bit more of that juice back on here, but I just want to drizzle it all in the crevices first, and then I'm going to come and baste it even more. Let me bring y'all close, because y'all not understanding the importance of this, okay? Y'all not understanding this. What's happening before your eyes. Y'all not getting this. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? And it's really tender already, so I'm trying not to touch it too much so the meat don't start falling off of it. So yeah. And you don't want to use it all right now, because you want this to be a process, because this is how the ham is going to coat with this glaze. So you don't want to use all of it right away. Let me turn this so y'all can see. I'm getting all the areas of the ham. We want this bad boy glazed real good. Real good. So we're gonna get all up in there and get this glaze in. All around, all around. Listen, play with people who only came to play, because it ain't her, okay? This right here is gonna change your life, I promise you. And let me know when you make it, because I know it will. Look at that. Look, it's always trying to fall apart. Okay, I'm gonna stick this back in the oven for a little bit longer, and I'm not gonna put the lid on it. No, yes, I am, because I got enough glaze. The only reason why is because I'm not ready yet. But hams don't take that long to cook. So I'm going to put this back in the oven for like a good 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to baste it again with some more glaze just before I serve it. And keep it in there for like another 10 or 15 minutes after that. That's it. That's how you glaze your ham. And that's a bone-in ham. You also can do it with a ham that doesn't have a bone in it. It doesn't even matter. You can glaze your chicken with this, okay? You can glaze your turkey with this. All right, guys. Talk to me in the comments. I'll talk back. I will see you guys later, gators.